What's going on, guys? MedicOnDuty is my name, and yeah, I know this is an old game, Bad Company 2, not Battlefield 3, like I'm sure a lot of you wanted, but I've run into a few problems with it. Been running into a lot of lag, at least on servers. It's been almost unplayable. Like, I've been getting a consistent frame rate of about 12 FPS. So, if you don't know, if you don't know exactly what that means, that's pretty bad in terms of frame rate. And I don't know, I don't really know the cause of it, so I don't really know how to fix it. I don't know if it's simply EA and their servers. I don't know if it's my computer, although I have a nasty suspicion it is my computer. And then I might have to upgrade my graphics card so that I can run the game. And well, it's probably ended up being going to be a long, convoluted process. So, Battlefield 3 gameplay is I'm unfortunately going to have to put it on hold for a long time, like a few months or so, until I actually save up enough money to buy a new graphics card. Which I don't know. I know a lot of you want to see new games, and I'll try to get new games out to you as best I can. But as for right now, Battlefield 3 is not going to be one of them until I fix the issues I'm having with it. So anyway, here's some Bad Company 2. Hope you aren't too mad at me that it's not Battlefield 3. It's a poor substitute, I know, but it's the best I can do at this moment. So, anyway, I wanted to take time to make a commentary about a pretty serious topic that I kind of knew somewhere down the road with this channel that I was gonna make a commentary about anyway. But you know, with what's happened, at least on YouTube this week, it might not apply to a lot of you, but what happened with some few things that have happened on YouTube this week have made me just realize that like, hey, uh, right now is the best time to do this commentary, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it now, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So, the news, unfortunately, is not all that fun. Because it involves someone leaving the community for negative reasons, and it always kind of saddens me when people leave for negative reasons, because it kind of makes me think, like, could we have done something to make this person's time a little better? So. Anyway, the person in this question his name's Noah, or as he goes on YouTube, NPB 1337. He's as a channel, he's not all that big. He's bigger than me. Like he's got over 1,000. Like he had over 1K subs. So he broke the 1K mark, which for a lot of people on YouTube, they might not even ever see that happen. So. He recently, I know he had issues with people on YouTube with partnerships. He did not like the fact that people were making or could make money through partnerships or through contracts or through whatever. But he essentially, well, I remember a few videos ago he had posted stuff in the description that he was going to be leaving after a certain video, but the comment response in his videos was thankfully overwhelmingly don't go. So he stuck around for a little bit, but I guess not everyone. There are very few people in this world that can deal with stuff they don't like on a daily basis, whether it's bullying or whether it's whenever. There are very few people who have the mindset to deal with that. And about a week ago, he posted a video saying, which was titled simply "I'm done. Who wants my HD PVR?" And it was kind of sad reading that, because I know just I know that like he is like I knew that he wasn't that he was dead serious this time, that he was leaving and he wasn't coming back, which is a little sad, because even though he's not one of he's not one of the biggest channels I'm subscribed to, but he is one of he was one of my favorite channels. And in the commentary, he pretty much explains just like why essentially making gameplay commentary stopped being fun for him. He had a whole list of reasons, but one of the main reasons that he listed was just the fact that he just saw it as unfair that essentially all these people, other than him, just essentially were making money. He was generally upset with the idea of money being on YouTube in general. Now, many people have talked about this. Many people have given their take on it, their opinions on it, and it's I think on YouTube the issue of monetization of someone's channel, or in general making money off of YouTube, is a very sensitive, very touchy, very controversial issue. I mean, like a lot of people have many different opinions on it, and well, I think I can say that my opinions on it are more closely aligned with Noah's on it. That I think that money, it's a great thing. I find it great that people can make money off their YouTube videos. I think that's a great opportunity for them, and to kind of admit it in some way, if I think it's kind of fair. If they get to that level, if you get to the level where you're successful, where you've actually made it, for lack of a better phrase, then you have every right to make money off of your videos. I have no problem with people doing that. But the problem is, just he said that just the way that money has influenced our community. I just don't really think that it's the good thing that a lot of people think it is, and over time it weighed on him. I could definitely see that this was something that the issue of money on YouTube was something that he felt very strongly about, felt very deeply about. And like he talks in his video, just like about how people will do like all these certain things to get more money, to get more views, and in doing so they will do whatever they will to get views even at the expense of other people, just to bring them on a few things. I mean, like the whole false categorizing drama that happened, I don't know, it's almost a year ago now, I think, or the drama that went on with video bumping. If you're curious as to what any of those were, you can probably look it up. I actually made a response to the whole bumping situation. It's one of my earlier videos. If you're curious, to check into that. If you're curious and you want to check that out, I'll throw the link in the description. But he was in general, I think, very unhappy with the fact that people are getting paid off of YouTube, and also just how getting paid off YouTube will influences someone's personal life. I mean, he talks about Jericho and Gold Glove dropping out of college because, as he puts it, he followed Jericho on Twitter, and he said that pretty much that he hypothesized one of the main reasons that Jericho had left college was because that college conflicted with the time period that he could upload videos to YouTube. So he could only he could be at college, but that time severely cut into when he could record commentary, when he could upload, that kind of stuff. And I guess the solution he saw to that was dropping out of college, which is unfortunate because I don't know how many of you who are watching this video live in the U.S., but college in the U.S., I don't know about where everyone else is, but college is a big freaking deal. And I mean, just like if you're gonna have a career as something that'll earn you a good salary, like say like a doctor or a programmer or something like that. If you want to really make a career and a name for yourself, you're gonna have to go through college, and dropping out of college is kind of seen as something that it kind of makes people shake their head. And it's just like, why would they do something like that? And he finally Noah talked about a lot of stuff in his video, just like about how the whole thing with money had just upset him so much. And I can't help but agree with him, and because a lot of these issues I have with people making money that he had with people making money off of YouTube, I share them. And one of the things that he said in the video that really got me thinking is he said that he could always try selling out, he'd always try posting links to his channel on other people's videos, that kind of thing. But in the case that someone big would notice, but in reality, I don't think that's gonna happen because, as he says in his video, all the big YouTubers, all the big people with over 50, not even 100,000 subs, but even over 50. 1,000 subs, they pretty much only look out for themselves. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the fact. That is simply the way it is. I mean, if I don't know if anyone can remember the last time that someone with a big YouTube channel purposely reached out to someone with a smaller channel, say smaller than 10,000 subscribers, or even smaller than 1,000 subscribers, to give them a boost. And to be fair, these people have reasons for not doing that, and some of them are legitimate. I mean, if any of you remember what happened with Phlox HD on Painkiller Already, where the kid asked how he could. This was a really old episode of it, by the way, where the kid asked if there was any way that he could really grow his channel. What Woody and Blade and Russia and Wings and the guys at Painkiller did is they gave him a shoutcast, and they didn't give him a shoutcast. Of course, they didn't give him a shoutcast. They gave him a shout out, and within like a few hours, he'd gained like 10,000 subscribers or some insane amount like that, like just like numbers that people only dream about. And the outcome of that was that he's happy, but in turn, a lot of people were very unhappy with the way that Woody handled the way Woody handled the thing with Phlox. And I don't really like Woody all that much, but I can respect what he did. He tried to do a good thing. He tried to help out the kid, but a lot of other people were respectively, or no, not respectively, understandably very jealous of Phlox just for getting the shout out. And Woody and the guys at Painkiller got a lot of hate for it. Phlox got a lot of hate for it, particularly because you can kind of tell from his videos that he's kind of not like he's a young kid, so like his voice is still high. Some people, like, I heard that people were hating on him for his voice and stuff like that, which is honestly that's pretty low. That's pretty mean. But the lesson that I think a lot of people took from that is that you can't just shout out. If you shout out one person, 1,000 people are going to really not like you. And even if you have if you have a channel with 30,000 subscribers, that's still a good 3% of your audience. So, well, I can understand that argument for it. I tend to go more towards the other side of it, which is that, if this is what we have, if we have a situation which, for lack of a better word, is uncannily similar to a plutocracy, which is it's a really fancy word where if it essentially means it's a society where a very small amount of people have a lot of power compared to the rest of the people who have a very tiny bit of power compared to the very small group of people with a large amount of power. So, and this is the same thing on YouTube. You have maybe 100 channels with more than 100,000 subscribers, and they have all this hold, all this dominance over the rest of the genre, of the category, and you have literally thousands of smaller channels who maybe take up 20%, while those 100 guys with more than 100,000 subscribers have about 80% of the views and the likes and stuff like that. Is it true? No. Am I making these figures up? Yes, but you can't deny that. But you really can't deny just the fact that this YouTube thing, this thing with gameplay commentary, it's a place where a lot of people have very small people, the guys who have really made it, who have lots of subscribers, they in turn have a lot of the views, and whereas everyone else who's just trying to make it has a very small amount of views. Is it disproportionate? Yes. Is that right? I don't know. I'm not going to decide about that, because you guys are watching the video and I'm simply talking about it. I'll leave that to you to decide. But what this really means is that, if this were a community, we frequently talk about the thing that goes, the things what we do here as in gameplay commentary as a community. That's the most common version I've heard of it. But if you think about it, that term community, it doesn't apply to us anymore. I mean, what would happen in a community? You would see this outreach, this give back from the people from the haves to the maybe not so haves to the have-nots, because that's what people in a community are supposed to do. That's the idealistic utopian community. But as I obviously stated, that doesn't happen for better or for worse. So we aren't a community anymore, whether we like it or not. If you notice in my video, like maybe I called what we have a community by accident, but we don't have a community anymore. The closest thing to what we are now is an industry. Because let's face it, let's compare briefly the gameplay commentary genre to something like, say, the movie industry. And you'll find a lot of striking similarities. You have a few very large publishers like Warner Brothers and Sony Pictures and what was another one? Lionsgate. What are others? Anyway, I'm blanking. That's all I really know. But just think about all the films that those big movie companies put out a year, and then think of all like those small little independent film publishers that, like, there's so many out of my I don't think I could possibly even name all of them. But you really don't have much. I don't know. I don't. But like, the similarity is striking. A lot of people making a few companies making a lot of money, compared to a lot of companies making not so much money, and you'll see the similarity on YouTube. So, pretty much ever since money got introduced to the YouTube scene, for better or for worse, we're no longer a community anymore. We're an industry. We have a lot of money and we have a lot of money to show for it. And the influence of money is only growing. Some people might think I'm crazy to say this, but it's true. It'll only get bigger. Because when Respawn first came out, I might be saying this, I might have this slightly off, but you had to have a pretty high number of subscribers to get a contract with Machinima and a partnership with YouTube. It's something like 20,000 subscribers. You had to have 20,000 subscribers in order to get a partnership with Machinima. And ever since that's happened, it's only that limit, that subscriber limit that says, okay, you can be invited to get a partnership with us. That's only gone down. I mean, like, I remember someone I used to be subscribed to got a partnership at like maybe 6,000, 7,000 subscribers with another channel called Yosh. I have no idea how you say that. I think it's spelled something like Youusch. However the fuck you say that. But so it's really clear that just like that money is quickly becoming, for better or for worse, a much bigger part of the YouTube scene than it was, say, even a year ago. And, well, whether you like that or not, whether you think it's right or wrong, it's true, because and just simply you only have to look at the required limit for getting what subscriber levels people are getting their partnerships nowadays. I mean, some people, I've even heard of them getting partnerships with smaller channels at like less than 1,000 subscribers, which compared to what would have happened like a year or 2 years ago, it's insane. Because that people are getting these partnerships just essentially so early in their YouTube career. And is it necessarily right? I don't really know. Is it wrong? Again, I don't know. That's up for you guys. That's up for you, the viewer, to decide. All I'm saying is what I know. So, I guess it might be a little biased, but, I'm trying to tell this as objectively as I can, and you can like that, and you can hate that, but I'm just saying it as I see it. So, anyway, guys, if you managed to sit through one man's rant about how money is the world's greatest evil and is destroying our YouTube community, I applaud your endurance. You're the greatest of fans. So, in in lieu of what I just said, I'm not going to ask you guys to like or subscribe or favorite or anything like that. I'm just simply going to ask you to think about what I said, and to contemplate that, and then when you think about it enough, you can make your own decision. And also, I mentioned NPB earlier in the video. I'm not saying that you guys should like go to his channel, say like, "Hey NPB, don't leave," or go and write that on all, or leave a comment on all of his videos saying "don't leave," or go and subscribe to him or not. That I'm not saying that you should do any of that. What I'm saying is, it's his decision. It's his decision to leave, and I'm not going to influence that in any way you want. However, if you do, by any chance, just want to see who I'm talking about, I will throw his channel link in the description if you're really curious. But then again, you know, you are not required to go tell him to not leave. You're not required to go like every one of his videos you're described to me. I just simply want you guys to get a chance to see his videos before he takes them down and leaves. And well, to close it, I just want to say that to Noah, to NPB, you had a good channel going. I think you could have gone far if you stepped with it, but shit happens. Real life's got to take a priority. Real life always has to take a priority over what goes on here on YouTube. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for providing quality entertainment for a few people over however long your channel was up. So, thank you very much. You will be missed, but heck, you won't be forgotten. So, anyway, guys, I'll see you all later, and I hope you all have the greatest of days. Take care.